Hi everyone, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com, and this is Bella with her little white nose and mouth. What I wanted to talk about today is our pets that pass on. They kind of act as spirit guides. They can also stay with us or visit us once they're passed on. They can, they're around us too. Sometimes they reincarnate and come into new lives just like humans do. So I thought what I would do today is try to tap into some animals and pets and just get some messages and give them out to you guys. Bella's getting a little antsy, so I may have to put her down. So I just put Bella down. She wanted to get down because she doesn't like to be in front of a camera. Anyway, what I wanted to do today was I thought that I would try to tap into some passed on pets of people out there in YouTube land and just see what messages I get from some of your beloved little furry friends that have unfortunately passed on, and just see what messages they want you guys to know. So I'm just going to go ahead and let you know what animal spirits are coming forward, and I'm just going to let you know what they're feeling, what they're thinking, and what messages they might have for you. All right, so the first soul that I have is like an orange kind of striped. I don't know if that's a tabby. Anyway, it's a male. He's telling me that he passed on about when he was 14. He passed away when he was 14. He has these really pretty, I want to say like a hazel type eyes. They match his fur color. They're kind of like a brownish, orangey. It's a really beautiful color. He's really very pretty, and he's got a really thick coat. His energy feels to me that he was laid back and reserved. Even though he was reserved, he was friendly enough. He would come up to people, but he would have to warm up to a little bit. But he wasn't really ever one of those cats that was constantly running around playing. Like, I'm not saying he never played, but he felt like he was more of a chill cat. What he does want his owner to know, he's showing me an image of doilies. They're very old school type doilies. And I feel like the person that had this little guy had a lot of doilies. I do feel that the owners of this little guy lived in what we kind of call, because I'm from Chicago, what we kind of call bungalow homes. That's kind of what the house feels like to me, where this little guy used to live. He is around you a lot. He's also showing me a rocking chair that I think he used to love to climb up on and sleep on, like curl up in a ball. And I'm also getting that there may be times when you might see the rocking chair move just out of the blue. There's no windows open or anything, and the chair just kind of moves a little bit. And he wants you to know that that's him. That's him climbing up under the chair, and he's trying to let you know that he's there. He kind of helps and watches out for you. He feels like he is a protector of you, and that he was always like a protector of you. But he's really sweet, and he just wants to let you know that he's still around. He still climbs up in the rocking chair, and he's just very sweet. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recognized any of these animals or spirits that I talked about today, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you and hear some stories about your furry baby. If you'd like to be notified when I upload more videos, please click on the subscribe, and also make sure to click the bell right next to it so you get notified. And once again, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com. Okay, so the next animal spirit that has just come forward, it looks like a black lab. I think it was also a male, and I'm getting his name started with a C, I believe. Anyway, he's 95 pounds or 100 pounds, and he was just a really happy-go-lucky dog, had a lot of energy, was upbeat and outgoing almost up until he passed on. He's actually showing me that he's in a park, so I don't know if there's a park next to his home that his owner would take him quite often, but he's showing me a park. One thing he is saying is he is a little sad that he passed on. He would have loved to have stayed with his family forever. He really loved you guys, and he really felt the love from you guys too. But he does want you to know that he's around. He's doing well. He's happy. His tail is wagging. He's very happy. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recognized any of these animals or spirits that I talked about today, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you and hear some stories about your furry baby. If you'd like to be notified when I upload more videos, please click on the subscribe and also make sure to click the bell right next to it so you get notified. And once again, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com. All right, so now I've never had this type of animal step forward before. There's always a first for everything. I am getting some kind of lizard. I am not familiar with lizards whatsoever, so I have no idea what kind of lizard this is, but I'm going to try to describe what he looks like. He's definitely green. I couldn't even guess about how much he weighs, but he looks to me, from his head to the tip of his tail, he looks to me about 1.5 feet long, maybe just a little bit less than that. But this little guy is really cute. He's very inquisitive. And what he's showing me is that he would climb up on the backs of furniture, whether it be a dining room chair or the back of a couch or back of a chair in the living room. He wanted to try to get a good view of everything. He wanted to try to get a good view of everything. I also feel that he did like to look out the window, which that's interesting. I guess I never thought about it, that I guess lizards would like to do that too. But he did like to look out the window, but he just keeps showing me himself sitting on the back of I feel like it's a wooden dining room chair or the back of a sofa, like a couch. And he's just camping out up there. I think that was like one of his favorite spots to be. What I feel from this little guy, and I do feel it's a male, what he's telling me is that he passed away when he was around 5 years old. I'm actually also feeling from him that you rescued this little guy when he was maybe about a year old or just under a year old. He's showing me that where he was before, I think, was some sort of a rescue place. Do they have that for lizards? I don't even know. But he was in a crate, and what he's making me feel is that this rescue place that he was from, they weren't able to show the lizards, or I think they had snakes and other reptile type animals that they would rescue. And I feel like they had a lot of animals, and I don't know that the people that worked with this rescue were able to show a ton of attention to all of the animals that they had. They showed the amount of attention that they were able to, but they had limited staff and a lot of animals there. So they were limited with how much attention they could show these little guys. But he is so happy. He wants you to know he's so happy that you actually rescued him. And he felt the love from you guys, and he was very happy living with you. So he's around you still. I still see him sitting up on the back of the couch or a back of a dining room chair. That's what he keeps showing me, those two things. He really enjoyed being with you guys. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recognized any of these animals or spirits that I talked about today, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you and hear some stories about your furry baby. If you'd like to be notified when I upload more videos, please click on the subscribe and also make sure to click the bell right next to it so you get notified. And once again, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com. The last animal that I have stepping forward here is actually a horse. I do feel like this one is a female. This horse is beautiful, like a chestnut brown with the white on the chest and the white down her nose. I'm not sure if there's a name for that, but like the white going down here and the white on her chest. And the rest of her was like a chestnut brown. I think she was a bigger horse. Again, I'm not familiar with breeds of horses, but she feels to me like she was one of the larger breeds. She was a very large horse, and she stood very tall, very long legs, but she looked very graceful and elegant. That's the way she walked, and I know horses are kind of graceful and elegant anyway. She had such a beautiful soul, beautiful personality. I do feel that you were not her first owner, and her first owners may not have treated her well, which is very sad to me. So she was so grateful when you took her in. I don't know how long horses live. She's kind of making me feel like she was somewhere between 18 and 20. She's showing me she's walking around in a pasture. I think it's on some kind of a farm. All I can see is just open land, grass and trees as far as I can see. And I think she still tries to connect with you guys. She's still around you. But such a gentle soul. Anyway, she does want you to know that she's very grateful that you took her in. She says that she feels like you didn't really realize how happy you made her. And she wants you to know you made her so happy she had one of the best lives that she could ever hope for. I hope that was helpful. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you recognized any of these animals or spirits that I talked about today, leave me a comment. I'd love to hear from you and hear some stories about your furry baby. If you'd like to be notified when I upload more videos, please click on the subscribe and also make sure to click the bell right next to it so you get notified. And once again, this is Kathie with PsychicKathie.com.